my fellow Tenno, Yukantos here with a Warframe video, and today I will be trying to spend 1000 platinum on skin items on the market, as well as talk a little bit about my thoughts on Warframe monetization and what they're doing right, and in my opinion what they're doing wrong and where they could improve it a little bit. So recently Warframe has been updated with a few limited edition skins, the Proto-Glaive skin and the Proto-Excalibur armor, and seeing these items on the market actually brought something to my mind, and that is the fact that there are relatively few skins to buy for popular weapons, or, well, not for popular frames because most of them have immortal skins, but there's very few skins per weapon and per frame available. Most frames have a single immortal skin available, maybe a Christmas skin, a winter skin, but that's it. So there is somewhat of a profound lack of skin variety, which is obviously explainable due to the fact that there are color palettes and that each skin can be used in a massive variety of options, and that is one of the things where I think Warframe is doing a great deal to help new players with a limited budget compared to other MMOs. A very small purchase of, let's say, 10 euros, I'm just going to use euros because I'm a European player, can actually get you, if you're patient enough to wait for a 75% off ticket, can get you 1000 platinum. And spending 1000 platinum on skin items actually gets you a gigantic amount of content, like a ludicrous amount of content compared to other free-to-play games that are much larger on the market. But as if to undo how great that is, that you get so much content for so little money, there's actually, in my personal opinion, somewhat of a lack of content. So if you're looking for a slightly larger investment, like a veteran like me, you can see at the top I'm currently sitting on 2000 platinum, and I used to have 4000 because I waited for a 75% off ticket, and I purchased the $200 package for 35 euros. So I still spent a lot less than even a used game would cost me, and I was able to get 4000 platinum, and that pretty much got me every single tradable weapon and frame in the game, like all the prime items, and almost all the color palettes, and I still have 2000 platinum left. So the question is, what is platinum really doing as a cash currency? That's why I'm going to try and spend 1000 of it in this video, just to show that there are a few issues with the way that the platinum as a currency is being handled, in my opinion, and that I think we're just not getting enough skins. So yeah, let's start. I'll just be buying the stuff in the background, and I'll see how much I can actually spend. So we're starting at 2084 plat. The main problem I see is that there are not enough skin-based or decorative-based items available for purchase at the moment. The majority of content that you can spend your platinum on is either just skipping to content, so buying finished weapons, buying finished frames, or content like small cosmetic items like Noggle statues that don't actually really change in-game content. So Noggle statues and Lisette screens, but they don't really change anything in the actual game, in my opinion. The real problems I see is that, and helmets and stuff are actually available via alerts, so there's not really that much of a reason to purchase them. I mean, sure, it's still a valid thing to do, but you can also just get them in-game, so there's not really a reason to spend platinum currency on it. So what's left is, yeah, rushed content and literally rushing in the Foundry, which I think is the greatest problem at the moment. The pricing is a little bit off. If you look at something like color palettes, you're gonna get a color palette that you can then use on every single frame and every single weapon in the game for 75 platinum, and simultaneously just finishing a Warframe that you just finished grinding the blueprints and resources for is going to cost you 50 platinum. So you have the choice of either getting to actually get your hands on the item you just finished grinding, or being forced to wait 3 days, which is a negative performance in my experience. Or if you're waiting, you're gonna get 2/3 of a whole color palette that you can then use on your frame. Or the immortal skin for the frames is 40 platinum, so you can get the immortal skin. I got the immortal skin on my vault just because I waited for him to craft out legitimately. So I think there's a little bit of a balance issue there. I think either rushing needs to be cheaper, or the timers need to be shorter in the first place, and I think we need more skin items in the game. Like, currently, the focus is, in my opinion, way too much focused around stuff like lisette decorations. Look at this, that's 21 new items that have been added over a relatively short term, which combined cost you like slightly below 1,000 platinum, and at the same price you could get 5 armor bundles and the entire bundles of all immortal skins in the game. So the balance seems a little bit off, because in my opinion that is lower quality content, because it's just lisette decoration. I don't actually get to use it or see it while I'm in the game, while I'm playing the game. I think there's a little bit of wasted potential there. So obviously, because I'm trying to spend as much as possible on skins here, I'm also going to buy the Kubro skins, which I originally slightly disagreed with, that they can't use normal color palettes, but then again, you might want to keep those colors a little more subtle, because who would want a neon green Kubro? That would just not be realistic. You have Sentinels for that. So yeah, that's where I see the biggest problem at the moment. And then the coolest skin pieces, like the Prime skin pieces, are actually put into Prime accessories and Prime access, which you can see right there. So if I want that, I'm gonna have to pay 50 euros just to get the Edo Prime armor set, which I don't really want to do, because most of that money is paid to the boosters in that pack. And well, I'm a veteran player, I enjoy playing the game, I don't really need and or want those boosters. I know that's an erotic thing to say, while in the corner you can see that I have boosters currently active, but that's because of the double credit weekend, because I screwed up and bought an affinity booster first instead of a credit booster. And well, I stocked up a little bit as well. So while I'm thankful for such events, I think we need to move away the focus of the microtransaction store away from this sort of content and away from Prime Access, and more towards the really cool stuff like this. I would happily buy 5 more of these skins. I've seen it in my clan already. The skin is really well done. It looks amazing. I would have paid 250 plat for it easily. It would be worth it from a purchase standpoint as well. And when you consider that platinum prices have to be considered at the value of a 75% discount, because yeah, anyone who really wants to invest in the game is going to wait for that, or as I've heard people are doing, just create multiple accounts and try to get it faster, so the login rewards may need a little overhaul there. I'm not saying you should remove 75% off, but I'm saying currently stuff like Prime Access seems a little bit like a ripoff, because yeah, well, it's a 30% discount on the $200 platinum package, 30% as opposed to 75%, and you get the Prime accessories and some boosters, and you get Vault Prime immediately, but you can buy a Vault Prime set and an Odonata set for less than 500 platinum combined already, and they're not even out for a week. So if you don't want to, if you're not basically, I must have this day one, then there's no need to spend more than 500 plat on every bunch of newly released Prime items, and you can just buy them off the player base who are happy to get their platinum. So I think what most platinum is being spent on at the moment is rushing content or skipping to content via these bundles and slots, and those are and rushing Foundry items. None of that creates a positive user experience. Like, if you have to buy slots because otherwise you can't use your new weapon, otherwise you can't use your new frame, if you have the platinum, you'll do it. You'll just nod it off and be maybe mildly annoyed. If you're a new player and the game is trying to get you to invest for the first time, because let's be honest, the game needs revenue, and I'm more than happy to give it because I love this game, but new players need to be interested in the game. They need to be taken into the game. They need to be introduced to its universe, and maybe also the microtransaction store, and they should have a positive experience for their spending. They should see an awesome new skin on their character. They should be able to spend that their starting plat on an immortal skin, and then say, hey, I want that for my next frame as well, instead of basically getting told by veterans like me, for Christ's sake, do not spend your starting platinum, you're going to need it for weapon slots, you're going to need it for frame slots. Because rushing and being forced to wait, and being forced to spend plat or sell your old weapons that you like, is not a positive user experience. Like, coloring out my Excalibur Proto armor is gonna be a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun for my clanmates, and I'll happily spend plat on that over and over, and I think also new players will. Especially if they get shown that this thing exists, or if it would stay in the shop permanently. I'm kind of sad to see it go so fast. It's kind of a wasted opportunity. Like, the strong sales point for platinum towards new players is you're gonna need these slots, and you don't have to wait for the gear that you finished grinding, or you can instantly buy this or that weapon from the market. How is that helping a positive user experience? Skin items are much cooler, are much more rewarding to buy. Color palettes are extremely rewarding to buy, and in my opinion slightly underpriced. They could go for 100 each. Armor bundles go for 100 each, but new players never get told that these are being sold in bundles. Like, when they go to their accessories in their arsenal, they can see that these things exist. They don't know they can be purchased as a bundle. It's like, I'm not gonna say it's baiting them into buying single pieces, which is more expensive, because that would be ludicrous. But it would be nice if you told them that these bundles exist, like the Daedalus armor bundle, the Eos armor bundle, the Ada armor bundle. New players don't know these things exist. And it would be a cool way to incentivize them to invest a little bit in the game. So I think there needs to be more focus on skin items, and the Tenogen bundle in particular was a step in the right direction. And as you can see, I've run out of things to buy. I haven't even spent 1,000 platinum, and I'm out. I've finished all the bundles, I've got all the color packs. I couldn't even spend 1,000 platinum anymore, not even half of what I had, and I tried. Like, I would love to see more skin items. I would seriously love it, and on more newer content. Yes, there's stuff like the shock camo weapons and the forest camo weapons, but those are really not viable items in the game right now, or it doesn't work on their primed versions. Like, I now own a bunch of Skindo skins. Can I use them on my Skindo Prime? No, I can't. That's unfortunate, because I don't even own the regular Skindo, and I just bought it because it's a skin. And yeah, I think there's a lot of potential wasted there. I would like to see more skin items, so please, make more of these awesome skins. I will happily buy every single one of them, and if somehow possible, take a little bit of pressure off the Foundry rushing time. Like, if you're forcing people, newbies, who just got helped by me to get their frame they wanted, if you're forcing them to wait 3 days, they might not come back 3 days later after I've just helped them grind the frame they really wanted because it looked really interesting to them. And that's sad. I want more players to play this game. So yeah, please move a little bit towards decorative items, because they're awesome, and your game's awesome. This has been Jacantos. Thanks for listening, and I'm out.